Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. So happy to have you all here. My name is Sonia Magruder. I'm a 5-star crown with Purium, which you'll find out what that means a little bit later on. I've been with the company for 12 years, and it has been an incredible journey and a blessing for my husband and I. So tonight, we're going to talk about the whole life transformation that you can take part in, health and wealth, both avenues. And you'll learn about this company, Purium, that's been around for 20 years. They've been manufacturing for 30 years. You'll learn who the founders are, what their mission is, and why it's the best solution for the health problem that we have in our country today, especially when it comes to food. You'll hear firsthand from Purium brand partners who have had a lot of success with this company. And that is going to be a real treat for you because their lives have been completely transformed by this business. So you're going to love hearing from them. And they are from all different walks of life, such diverse stories. And more importantly, you're going to learn how you can have your own nutrition business with Purium and how easy it is for you to start that and have your own transformation for your health as well as financial freedom. So let's talk a little bit about the problem that we have in this country, especially, but everywhere really anymore. And unfortunately, I think we all know someone who has had diabetes, cancer, high blood pressure, obesity, many other lifestyle diseases. And the problem is the foods, these what we call ultra processed frankenfoods. And our bodies are constantly being bombarded with toxins. But a lot of it comes from these foods, these ultra processed foods. And the problem is, part of the problem is that busy lifestyles, people are so busy, they're leading to these compromises of convenience. They're enabling these poor food choices. That's why a lot of people are eating foods like these because of convenience. And, in turn, what's happening? They're eating these foods. They're not getting nutrients. They're high in calories. They're deficient, pretty much devoid of nutrients. And they're leading to these lifestyle diseases. They're laden with chemicals, sugar, oils, seed oils, glyphosate, which we're going to learn a little bit more about, artificial colors, dyes, artificial sweeteners, added sugars. And they lead to these problems of, these lifestyle diseases, diabetes, leaky gut, cardiovascular disease, hypertension, just to name a few. One of the ones that I mentioned, one of the culprits is glyphosate. And glyphosate, if you've heard of it, if you know what it is, drop a 1 in the chat. If you don't know what it is, drop a 2 in the chat. And if you don't know what it is, you're going to find out now. And it's important to know. It is a very toxic chemical. It is the main chemical in Roundup weed killer and in pretty much every herbicide on the shelf. When you go to any store that sells herbicides, weed killers, that's the main chemical. It is linked to so many serious diseases, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. But what's interesting is when it was originally patented, it was patented as a mineral descaler. So that means stripping minerals from the soils, stripping minerals from your bodies because we're constantly being exposed to it. It was also, a few years later, patented as an antibiotic. Can you imagine that? You know what happens when you take an antibiotic, when you have to take one. It's like spraying napalm on a forest in your gut microbiome. It's obliterating pretty much everything, not just the bad bacteria. So imagine how toxic and disruptive this is to the gut microbiome when we are consuming foods, breathing the air, drinking water, it's even in the rain that glyphosate is in. And these ultra processed foods have the ingredients that are typically sprayed with Roundup, with glyphosate. It has been linked to very serious diseases, leaky gut, autoimmune disease, and even cancer, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma cancer. So why is it so important that we really take care of and nurture our gut and get the glyphosate out, or minimize exposure and get it out, because we cannot completely avoid exposure? Well, 70% of our immune system is in our gut. So how important is that? And then 90 to 95% of serotonin, which is the feel-good hormone or neurotransmitter, is made in the gut. So when our gut microbiome is all out of whack and disrupted, which most people's are because of exposure to this toxic chemical and other chemicals in processed foods, then it can affect our mood because of the gut-brain connection. It can cause depression, anxiety, just low mood, feeling like you're in a funk because there is a direct connection to that. And if your gut is compromised, especially from leaky gut, you cannot absorb nutrients. Now, Purium comes in with the solution to all of the above. Everything I just talked about, Melissa, my dear friend Melissa, who's also a 5-star crown with Purium, she is going to explain very briefly what the Purium solution is.
Thank you. Yes, the Purium solution. This nutrition program is so easy to follow. It's essentially 2 meal replacements a day for 90 days. It's gut support, protein, power shake. You do the gut support, which like Sonia mentioned, it's going to get rid of the glyphosate. Your protein, that's going to help you build muscle and burn fat. And the power shake, delicious, easy, so convenient. And then cherry juice before bed, that's going to help you sleep. Most of you here on this Zoom are already on the program and you love it. You know how easy it is to do. You know how much better you feel. So it's almost impossible not to share. So this nutrition program is a little over 12 bucks a day, which is less than fast food. I love doing that analysis because you're saving money on groceries. You're saving money on drive-through and you're investing in yourself so we can have a better quality of life. So this nutrition program, whether you do the business or not, is a no-brainer. And then I think if you love something, you're going to share it anyway. So the business is amazing as well. And you'll be convinced by the end of this Zoom. I'm sure of it.
Thank you so much, Melissa, for that quick, concise explanation. And you know what? I think we can all agree there's no shortage of people who would like a healthy option. If they have a little excess weight, they would like a healthy way to lose weight. They'd like to have more energy. They'd like to improve their sleep. Everybody I talk to is not sleeping and would like to lift the brain fog and just release all of that where you don't feel balanced and get back in balance and have your vitality back again. There's so many people that want that. And this is super simple to follow. The simplicity of this makes it so easy to get compliance. If people don't have something simple where they would actually do it and use it, then they're not going to get the benefits. And that's the beauty of this, is the simplicity of it. And as you can see here, it even comes, the first month comes with a free portable blender. So let's talk a little bit about who's behind these amazing products and this company. And we are going to hear a little more, just so you know, about the products, because we have a few people coming who are going to talk a little bit more about that in just a few minutes and how they've experienced them, and as well as their clients and patients. So Purium was founded by Dave Sandoval and Amy Venner. Their mission is to help people transition off these ultra processed, what we call frankenfoods, that are contributing to all these lifestyle diseases, and give them an option, alternative, that's real nutrition, that's affordable, that's convenient, that's accessible, and simple to follow. As Melissa said, one day of the ultimate lifestyle transformation is about the same price as a fast food meal, which by far you can see which is the better option to be spending one's money on. And what Dave and Amy have done, they've partnered with organic farmers for decades now. They have decades-long relationships from all over the world, and they actually get the ingredients. They source ingredients from farms and farmers who are using regenerative farming practices. Remember I said how the glyphosate was originally patented as a mineral descaler? And that's what conventional farming has, is soil devoid of minerals and nutrients. So Dave and Amy are going the route of regenerative farming for sourcing their ingredients, which is huge. So a little bit about Amy. She is the CEO. She runs the show, runs the operations, and is at the headquarters in California, co-founder, and she's the co-owner. And Amy is a mom of 2 girls, and she's a superwoman, the kindest woman you could ever meet. And she actually had a personal health journey that led her down this path, that helped her to see the importance of real nutrition, that again is convenient and accessible and affordable to the masses. Dave Sandoval is the formulator. He is a genius formulator. He's the co-founder and the co-owner. And Dave was mentored by giants in the holistic health world like Ann Wigmore, Dr. Bernard Jensen, and others. And it was actually a personal experience that he had with a loved one losing her life to a lifestyle disease that got him on this mission. And that's what inspired him, because he just felt like there had to be a better way, and he wanted to help more people experience that. Purium is the manufacturer. This is really unusual. If you have any supplements in your pantry or in your cabinet, after this Zoom is over, pick up a bottle of one of those supplements. And when you look at the back of the label, it's probably going to say manufactured for whatever company or distributed for whatever company. With Purium, it's going to say manufactured by. And that's important. And the reason is they have control, Dave and Amy, of every aspect that goes into making these products. Rigorous in-house, not only in-house, but third-party testing. Every ingredient is identity tested. What does that mean? It means it's like DNA tested when it comes in. They have multiple layers, redundancies to test that ingredient to verify that that is indeed the ingredient that they're getting from the supplier. That's really important. The products are certified organic. There's no binders, no fillers, nothing artificial, no chemicals, obviously. And Dave and Amy have a whole food philosophy. So you will never see any synthetic isolates. That's important. The body can actually recognize and assimilate something that is a whole food ingredient rather than a synthetic isolate. Now, part of them being the manufacturer, I mentioned, every little aspect they have control over. And Dave and Amy have such high integrity that that really is infused into every facet of their manufacturing process. One of the things that really impressed me was just the very beginning, when the truck pulls up with the ingredients in it, the inside of the truck is inspected before those ingredients even get out of the truck. If they see a bug, if they see mold, if they see any dirt, those ingredients are rejected. Even though they're boxed up and they're sealed, they are not allowed inside the manufacturing facility. They're rejected. If Dave and Amy were not the manufacturer, this probably would not happen. They wouldn't be able to control something as that detailed. This is a picture of my husband and I, Doug, and we're at the manufacturing facility. We've toured it many times. In fact, many of the people who you're going to hear from tonight took that tour when they earned the rank of diamond and earned the trip to California to meet Dave and Amy and to tour the manufacturing facility. So it's a really exciting thing to be able to do that. We witnessed it. And it was so exciting for us to see the products actually being made and to see the processes. And I have to tell you, and anyone here who's been there will vouch for this, they go above and beyond what's required by government regulations. They are so, Dave and Amy are so meticulous. So bottom line is, the products are very good for your body for all these reasons here in the bullet points that I just mentioned, and good for the planet. Dave and Amy a few years ago decided it was very important to them to transition to being almost a completely plastic-free company. All but one product out of 65 is still in plastic, and they're working on that one, but all the other 64 products are in biodegradable, compostable packaging made of bamboo and hemp. And by doing this, they have prevented over 300,000 pounds of plastic from entering into the environment, which is equivalent to 10 million plastic water bottles. Can you believe that? I mean, that has really added up to really move the needle and make a difference. So we're going to bring on some of our friends here who have been using these products, and one of them is Cody Crowley. Cody is a 22-0 undefeated professional champion boxer. He is also very much into holistic health. He's a yoga teacher and a holistic health coach. And Cody had a health journey that started several years ago, and that's what led him to Purium. So welcome, Cody.
Hey, Sonia, can you hear me okay?
Yep, sure can.
Awesome. Hey, guys. So I'm super happy and excited to be here tonight. Everyone, I'm sure, knows me as the boxer. But ever since I came across Purium, it's changed me and made me more than a boxer. Everything in my career was going awesome until just before the pandemic happened. And I was having my own pandemic of health reasons. I was known as this boxer who just had all this nonstop energy and could go, 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 go. But internally, I was going through these turbulences. And later I found out fatty liver, autoimmune, lupus, IBS. I was pooping blood, adrenals going down, kidneys going down, neurological issues. And after one of my fights, I think I was 19-0, I made a promise to myself that I would never fight again until I got some of these issues resolved. And actually that fight, I remember my mom coming in, giving me a hug and kiss before she went to the arena to watch. And I'm in bed crying because I couldn't stand up in the middle of a lupus flare up, but I had to go and perform for 36 minutes in the ring in front of thousands of people. And I'm crying because I physically couldn't do it. And after that fight, I spent about 3 months in bed, didn't move. And then I came across Purium. This was after thousands of dollars of my own testing, doctor's visits. No one could really come up with answers. And I came across the ULT, the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation. And that started my epic journey of everything that Purium is about, which is mind, body, and spirit. And within 3 months, I was able to get back to training, back to elite shape, back to fighting, and still performing on a world stage level. And wasn't until last year when I was fighting for the IBF world title, where I suffered an eye injury, and that took me out. And once again, it kind of put that part of Cody, the one aspect of who he is, the fighter, on the shelf. And it really made me focus and give me the opportunity to now show the other parts of me, the yogi part of me, the nutritionist part of me, and share that part of Purium, the business side of it. Because every day when I'm training, when I'm working out, whether for a fight or not, all I want to do is share all the energy inside of me, get everybody moving, get them sweating, and give them tips, nutritional protocols, things that I've used, tested, and trialed over a decade of being a high performance athlete and climbing to the top of the world boxing ranks. And I couldn't really figure out the greatest way to make that impact. When I'm teaching someone one-on-one or training them or in a yoga class, I'm there for an hour. But I really understood through my own experience the greatest impact we have on the body on a biological form is through our mouth. And that is what Purium does. That's why every time I have it with me, it gives you the ability to put the greatest information for your cells to replicate into your body and make you unstoppable and healthy. I believe every human is unstoppable. Every human is the champion. And that's why I'm here to share that message, share Purium with the world, from how they're regenerating the soil to the hemp and bamboo packaging to the community and lifestyle that it presents. I've met so many amazing people that just brought a total different lifestyle that opened my mind up to what was really happening in the world. As far as everything you were saying, Sonia.
Thank you so much, Cody. You're so inspiring, and you are a champ through and through. And we love that you're using this opportunity to share this with others who can in turn share with others so we can make an even bigger impact. And your voice is really, really very, very credible. So we thank you so much. Thanks, Cody. And we'll see you again soon. So next we have Dr. Maude Exantis. Dr. Maude is also amazing. She is an athlete. She's an IFBB Pro Olympian athlete. She's a doctor of nursing practice. She's also a certified holistic health coach and certified nutrition specialist. Has not only had great results herself, but for her patients and her clients, but I'll let her share that story. So welcome, Maude.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having me here today, Sonia. Well, I want to start off by saying my journey with Purium started in 2022. I was introduced to the product by a friend of mine that I met, and she just had an amazing body. So I was like, wow, what are you doing? She was like 60 something years old, like maybe 68, 65. I don't remember at the time. Well, anyways, I told her what she was taking. So she told me she was going to give me the secret. It seems like it was a top-notch secret. I don't know why. But anyway, she gave me the Super Aminos. And at the time, I didn't even know this was a business. I just thought it was just another product. So I went on the internet and I bought the product at full price at 80 bucks, the Super Amino. I didn't even know you could get a discount. So I started using it. And as I started using it, because professionally as a bodybuilder, one of the things I try not to do, I try not to lose muscle. Anytime that I'm prepping for a competition and my coach is prepping me, we have to make sure that we're eating enough protein. Everything has to be on point, right? So as I was taking the super aminos, I was noticing that I was getting stronger. My body was looking even more amazing. I was like, whoa. And when I was looking at on my in-body scan, I noticed that even when I was in a calorie deficit to try to lean down my body, my muscle mass was not dropping dramatically. I was like, wow, I was really impressed. So as we got towards the end, qualified for the Olympia, my first Olympia, I noticed, I was like, wow, I leaned down dramatically all the way down to like 8% body fat. I don't have the scan with me right now to tell you exactly, but it's around 8% body fat. And when I leaned down that much, everybody was looking at my skin. They were like, wow, you didn't lose no muscle mass. Your muscle mass looked amazing. Everybody was like just so impressed. So after that experience with the super amino and how my calorie deficit was so low, I just fell in love with the super aminos. And then I was like, I have to investigate this company. I have to figure out where is this product coming from. I say, if this product can work, what else is out there? So then I started telling everybody about it. Everybody started going online looking for it. And then they started using other people's codes. I didn't even know it was a business. I just was just ordering it. So anyways, long story short, my friend Carrie found Sonia. I didn't know they were friends. And Carrie told me it was a business. And then I was like, okay, I want to get on board. So I started trying all their products. I went with the performance line and I used the spirulina. I used the relights. I used everything that they have in their products. And I was just experiencing great results. So I started telling my clients and people about it. But again, I didn't come into this as a business. I came into it because I enjoyed the product. And then as I gave it to other people, they started seeing the results they were getting. They were like, oh my God, where did you get this product? So I became a brand partner because I wanted to create impact on other people. And I figured that if this is helping me, why not share with other people? So far, my clients, my patients that I share the products with, I can tell you this much. I have seen their cholesterol level go from 250 to like 180. I've helped my clients get off their diabetic medication, their A1C going from 6.5 now to 5.5. You know, it's like, it's amazing. I mean, if I know the product work and it can change somebody's life and it can reduce their stress, help them to sleep, build a muscle, burn fat, give them energy, why not? You know, so for me, yes, this is a business. I can get some extra income with it, but the most important part for me is giving the body the nutrients it needs. So, I
Yeah.
mean, this is what I love about Purium. And this year I told Sonia I'm going to be going full out to really impact many more lives using the product.
That's awesome. We love that, Maude. Thank you so much for sharing your perspective. And I know every time I talk to you, you tell me you're blown away by how your patients and your clients are benefiting in such profound ways. So thank you so much. Next, we have Dr. Ian, and Dr. Ian is a professor of biochemical engineering. He's also a holistic health professional, and he's a husband and father of 3 beautiful children. Welcome, Dr. Ian.
Thank you very much, Sonia. It's nice to be here. So one of my dreams has always been to be able to provide my clients with a foundation of nutrition. Detox is really good, but I find that a lot of people that focus just on detox have very, very depleted bodies. And I've always wished there was a way to ensure that they were eating in a way where it met their health goals. And Purium is really that. I found that for my clients and my customers, Purium is a great way to fill in nutritional gaps, do a very easy detox, integrate cleansing, and it's lead to really, really good outcomes. Weight loss, bringing down A1C. I have somebody who had an A1C of 12.5. Now it's down to 7.5. Doing things faster, doing things easier. And what I may say now, it's causing a little bit of a ripple effect in the holistic health space because people, 99% of people think they have to lean on supplements, lean on isolates, lean on medications to stay and have a good quality of life. And what the ULT is showing and maybe realizing is that the body is always and always has been ready to rejuvenate, to thrive, to grow, and to cleanse. And all that many people really needed was just a foundation of nutrition. So the ULT is not only helping people meet their health goals, but it's changing the way they see their own bodies as something that always has been their faithful servant and ready to take them where they wanted to go, just as long as they were nourished, and ULT is making them awake to that.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ian. Very well said. I love the results that you've been having with your clients. And you're going to hear from Dr. Ian's wife a little bit later because they work this business together. Her name is Nicole. You'll hear from her and you'll hear the business side of what this has done for their family, which is absolutely amazing. So speaking of these products, these are just some of the results that we're seeing. You can see the before and afters of some of the skin pictures, the weight loss, the one in the middle, the gentleman in the middle, he type 2 diabetic. He's a friend of mine, one of my clients. And 2 years later, he's still going strong and doing amazing, still maintained his results. And then these are just some results. These are the kind of text messages that we get from people when they're on these products. So let's talk about why have a superfood, Purium superfood business. Well, there's lots of reasons. When you look at the current state of the economy, inflation is off the charts. So many people are having trouble just paying for necessities, including their groceries. Lately, it's been eggs, all different things, gas. But, you know, the bottom line is pretty much everybody could use an additional revenue stream or have a plan B before you need one. Like Cody didn't think he was going to have an eye injury that would prevent him from being in that fight. But thankfully, he's got Purium and he's working that business and it's something that he's passionate about. Same thing with Dr. Maude. She's able to have her brick and mortar, but at the same time, have this other revenue stream that she's so passionate about using to help others. So the extra income can offset inflation, of course, and having that income diversification is so important. Income diversification as in not keeping all your eggs in one basket because you don't know what is going to happen with, you could be at a job. I had a friend at a job for 40 years, corporate job, and she got laid off after 40 years. You just never know. Nothing is certain in this world. Also, if you look up top recession proof business categories, you're always going to see at the top of just about every list, it's going to be health products or anything health related and food. Obviously, food is a necessity, and Purium is a perfect marriage of both of those things. Something else you want to look at, if you're looking to get into something like this, a network marketing business, you want something that has a product that has proven results, which obviously our products do, is consumable, something that people, because of the results, will continue to use over and over again, and that's where your residual income comes in. And you want a company that has a solid track record of stability and success. And that's what Purium has. Purium has been in business for 20 years. Dave and Amy have been manufacturing for 30 years. So they've been around a long time and they really are pioneers in this space of organic superfoods. So that brings us back to Melissa and her husband, Justin. And again, they are a 5-star crown couple in our business and in our company. Top leaders, amazing people, and they're going to share what they were doing prior to Purium and what's happened since.
Hey, Sonia. So before Purium retired me, I was an electrical contractor for 25 years, and I used to work at least 10 hours a day, and I used to renovate hotels. So if it was a 10-hour day, that was a good day. But to say it was a grind is an understatement, and I know many people on here probably have a similar story. I worked like a dog and there was no end in sight. And my dad, he worked until he was 74 years old. And I knew that I didn't want to do that, but I didn't know how at the point. But Purium has since helped me out with that. And as an electrical contractor, yeah, you can make good money, but as was been stated earlier, it's trading hours for dollars. And so I didn't have an exit plan and I didn't have something that was making money while you sleep. And as you know, running a business is very expensive. You have office space you got to rent. You have to buy tools. There's insurance, there's material, there's drive time you're not getting paid for, licenses that you got to keep up as an electrician. You're bidding jobs, you're invoicing, there's deadlines. And I mean, I could go on and on. And so the overhead with this business is a lot different. It's a power shake. And what that is basically a $75 investment in your business per month. And that's all it costs to have this business. And this business, once you get it going, it can bring you the time freedom, and you can do this business from anywhere. This business is not a job dependent location. You don't have to be nowhere. I was having to be at these hotels, and I would be gone for months at a time, sometimes driving 12 hours, 6 hours to get to these jobs. So the only thing that you need with this business is you need to be coachable, and you follow the systems in place that are set out before you. And this business, there is no cap on it. So the beautiful thing about this business is I get to do it here with my lovely wife, and we have so much fun doing it. We love to travel, and we bring the business wherever we go. So that's, to me, is a dream job, and is truly an understatement.
It's a gift. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
We absolutely love it. And the only thing I regret is that we didn't find it sooner.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't tell you enough how much I don't love to, I don't have to twist wire nuts anymore. So that is such a blessing. And so I tell people I traded my tool belt in for an apron. So I work in the kitchen a lot.
It's the best. We have so much fun. And Sonia, we owe this to you. Thank you so much for sharing this business with us. We are grateful every single day. So what I was doing before Purium is I did massage therapy for 20 years, and I made house calls. So you can imagine how exhausting that was, driving to the client's home. It was generally at night. They usually want a deep tissue, and I had to carry that heavy massage table up the stairs, down the hallway, and slave. So he worked all day, I worked all night. It was a grind, but that's life. That's what most people do. They trade hours for dollars with no end in sight. Intro Purium. This replaced the income that I was making from massage therapy pretty quickly. And when I had that light bulb moment that I could be working this from home in my sweatpants with my latte, I was just like a kid in a candy store. So excited. Love, love, love how much fun this is, how much coaching we get, mentoring, how gratifying it is to hear the testimonials. It's just beautiful. So about 6 months into this business, I got some scary news that my mom found out her health journey had turned for the worst. And because of this business, I was able to book a ticket the very next day. I didn't even care what the cost was. Purium covered that. And I got to be by her side during those scary doctor visits. Be by her side. That was so priceless for me. It was such a gift for me. And I got to spend the next 3 years by her side, doing all the things that you want to do with your best friend when they need you the most. That to me is something I will never be able to pay you, Sonia, and Purium for allowing us, Justin and I, really to be there for my family when they needed us the most. And that's a big reason why I pay this forward, because nobody knows when they're going to have some potentially devastating news. And to have this where your income doesn't stop, and instead your income keeps growing, and it gives you that location freedom and the time freedom. So what it's done for us, there are just no words. We are so grateful. We share it from the rooftops. I didn't get what Sonia put on the table for me at first. I didn't understand it, but she didn't give up on me. And I'm so happy she didn't. So if your friends have shared this with you multiple times, it's because they love you. It's because they know that you'd probably be really good at this. So the only regret you will have once you get started is that you didn't start sooner, because sky is the limit with this, and it is the best. Thank you, Sonia. Thanks everyone for being here.
Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, Justin. Love your story and what this has done for you and your family. So Melissa and Justin mentioned trading time for money, and that's what most of us do or have done. That's what I did in the past. And time is our most precious commodity, but we're trading hours for dollars in exchange for those hours. So what's the difference with this business model? Well, it's leverage. What does that mean? Well, here's an illustration, a visual for you. The girl on the left, let's say she can carve out 10 hours a week to put into her Purium business, in addition to the job, the full-time job that she may be working. Now, that's 10 hours, period. But she can get her friends to join her as brand partners, and maybe each one of them can also put in 10 hours a week in addition on the side of what they're doing. So now she's harnessing 60 hours of effort. It's the collective effort. And that's how we get leverage, which most people, again, don't have in a regular 9-to-5 job or even a traditional business. And with Purium, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. Dave and Amy are very generous. They really do have this mission to help people get healthier through organic, nutrient-dense foods. And our compensation plan rewards those who pay it forward and put the effort in very, very generously. So let's talk a little bit about that. What I love about our compensation plan is that you can get paid right away. You can have money in your bank the next week after you start because of our Fast Start bonus program and the fact that Purium pays weekly commissions as well as monthly. So the Fast Start bonus is $3,500 on the table in your first 4 months. And you can see the schedule here to the right, the progression of these bonuses. And when you get someone to lock arms with you as a brand partner and they make those bonuses, you can get matching bonuses. So you can keep making these bonuses over and over again, even after 4 months has gone by, up to $2,500 in matching bonuses. So it's really kind of like a bridge. You can make money right off the bat to carry you over while you're building that long-term residual income. In your first 10 days, you can almost completely make the money back on your first pack. Melissa mentioned it's the first month is $12.83 a day, and it comes out to $384.95 for the first month. Get 3 customers in your first 10 days with the 90-day program, and you're going to earn back just about $381. So just a few dollars off of what you've spent. It's basically like you're getting your pack for about $5, which is pretty awesome. Now, here's the long-term income potential that is really, really limitless. And you can see the chart here of where that can go and beyond. It doesn't stop there, but those are the ranks that we have in the company. So we'll talk a little bit more about what some of those ranks mean in a minute, but right now we're going to debunk a myth. Sometimes in network marketing, you'll hear someone say, only the people who get in at the beginning can succeed. You have to get in on the ground floor. Well, you remember I said Purium's been around 20 years. So we're going to bring someone on now who came in just a couple years ago, actually a couple people, one in 2023, which is Tara, our friend Tara here, who's a red diamond in our company. Welcome, Tara.
There we go. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Yes, thank you, Sonia. I'm so grateful this came into my life. It's been a couple of years now. And when I got exposed first time to Purium, where we were at in our life was I'd been doing massage therapy for 24 years. And my husband also, for our whole married life, I did massage and reflexology. And my husband was a contractor, and for the most of that time, he installed fences. So he had a lot of hard physical labor of digging holes in the ground. And here in North Dakota, the growing season is the only time you can really dig holes. And so sometimes it was even into almost frozen earth that he was having to do that. He was 55 and I was, I got to do the math here, 43 when we got started. We had, we were raising 3 daughters, and so very busy life. And one of those daughters is tiny. She was only 2 when we got started. And the energy that we needed to exert in our lives. So my job was very physical. His job was very physical. Our expenses in life were only growing. And there was only so much that we could make with our jobs. So doing massage therapy was great. It's my passion. I love helping people. I love the one-on-one. I love working with the human body and seeing what a miracle it is every time I would work on someone, to see that if I just guided it in the right direction, it would repair. And I love that. And then I never wanted to get out of massage, but I was limited on the income part. I could only earn money if my hands were on someone. There was no sick leave. There was no vacation pay. There was no paid time off. And so that's the difficult part of being self-employed. You just think if you're self-employed, that's what happens. Same with my husband. His work was seasonal, so we could earn during the busy season, and then by about January, February, we were starving. We couldn't wait to get working in the spring. And so that's where we were at. Physically, we were aging out of our careers, but our expenses were going up. And what options did we have? We weren't going to go get an hourly job with the independence we'd had all these years. And until Purium came this way, I didn't realize just what a difficult situation we were in, because the difficulties were getting covered by credit cards. And a lot of people can identify with that, where what are you going to do? And so there was only so much physical work I could do. Well, along came Purium, and I just thought, I want this not as an income opportunity. I just want to offer good nutrition to my clients. So I was really happy to have that option, and I shared it with my clients. I also went on Instagram and shared my journey on Instagram, and people got in touch with me. The message resonated with people. They loved that it was organic superfood. And as I helped customers get going and help them get their results, I had friends who liked what I was doing and wanted to join me. And never in my massage career have I been able to duplicate my efforts. No matter how hard I worked, I couldn't make another Terracone to do massage for me. I could educate, but that was going down another path, and I wasn't interested in that. Now I could teach and train people to do just what I was doing. And now we're talking about residual income that's highly leveraged. And so, long story short, with our income, in just 6 months, I replaced and doubled and tripled my income. And in a year, I replaced my husband's income, and he is a stay-at-home dad now. Just a side note on his profession, every fall when he'd be done with his season of fencing, he would say, I can't do this another year. And another option never presented itself. So he would do another summer and beat his body up. And it was like that every year. And when was this ever going to get better? So he's so happy now, just being able to spend time with his girls. He cooks really good food, and he takes care of the house and has a soft place for me to land so I can invest my efforts in really helping people. And so I love this work. I love that I'm getting paid for my efforts. And I love that I'm helping people do the same. So I love this whole everything about it. You can imagine. We feel more freedom now than we ever have. And now I'm paying it forward, helping other people achieve those goals as well. And I'm no longer trading my hours for dollars. I'm no longer beating myself up physically. Neither is Alan. And we have a great health story on top of all that. So I'm not going anywhere.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Tara. We love hearing this story and what it's done for you and your family. Absolutely amazing. Now we have Nicole, again, someone who just started less than a year ago with the company. She is Dr. Ian Hossain's wife. She joined Purium in May of 2024. She's an iridologist and holistic health practitioner, mom of 3, busy as all get out, and has broken records in our company. She got to the rank of crown in 4.5 months. So let's hear from Nicole. Welcome, Nicole.
Thank you for having me. And I have 3 kids here. One wants to speak, so you'll hear from her. So I got into this last year. I bought my ULT kit in May. No, in April. I joined as a brand partner in May. And I had my CRP, it was double digits. I had psoriatic arthritis all over my body. And this is like, I'm a holistic practitioner. My job is to keep people healthy. I was eating right, doing all the things right. Purium really helps with that depletion. And so I was really stressed out too. My son was sick last year. I ended up being home with him. Hypertension, I could not lose weight. I actually gained 40 pounds that I already didn't have to lose. So within a month, my CRP went down to 0.47, which if you guys are in the health space, like that's massive. My psoriatic arthritis was entirely gone. And within the 90 days, I had lost 28 pounds and I've continued losing weight. It's helped me with everything. Hypertension's gone. So I started sharing this with people because how could I not go through such a huge transformation and not share this with people I care about? Because my goal is always help people feel the best in the shortest amount of time for the least amount of money. And Purium has done just that. I've helped, I think, over 1,000 people at this point. And it's been a blessing for my family. When I started, it was the end of May. I signed up as a brand partner. Here we go on summer vacation. And my oldest son, who might pop in at some point, is special needs. Summer camp for him is $700 a week. Now it's $800, and I'm not even flinching at the cost anymore, thanks to Purium. So I had planned to send him for 1 week. My girls, their camp was cheap. It was like $150 a week, but $700 is a lot. And so I didn't really plan for these fast start bonuses. But when I got my first fast start bonus check the middle of June, it was enough to pay for his entire summer camp. So he went for the 5 or 6 weeks it was, had the best summer ever, made lots of friends, and it's an amazing camp. And that kind of just gave me a little taste of what can I do when I share this with people and they start getting better too. And so I have also purchased, what did we purchase with Purium, Lenny? Our van. I upgraded my very old van. So we call it the Purium van. So I have the ultimate mom van now to take my kids to and from everywhere. But it's been a really big blessing for my family. I've even, as my practice, I have tripled the amount of people I've worked with. I've tripled my income and I work half the time. And that is like work smarter, not harder, right? So it's like, it's a huge blessing. And what do you think about mommy working with Purium? What do you like about it?
She can stay with me everywhere and work, like even when we're traveling.
There you go. I got my kids with me everywhere. I can do it all with my children in tow. And they know that Purium's just been the biggest blessing in it for my family as a whole. So I could talk forever, but I will stop.
Thank you so much, Nicole. And that's Abby. Is that Abby there with you? Or that's Abby, right? Abigail, thank you, both of you. Absolutely beautiful. And I mean, special needs, having 3 kids, 1 special needs, that means special expenses and like the camp. I mean, this has been a total blessing for Nicole and her family. And it just keeps going. It keeps growing. So thank you for sharing that, both of you ladies. And now, another myth, some of you might be thinking, well, of course, all these people are successful in this because they're all health coaches or they're some kind of practitioner, everyone I've seen so far tonight. But I wasn't. So you might be thinking, I'm not a health practitioner. How can I do this? Neither was I. And I was a full-time real estate broker. I was working between 60 and 70 hours a week in my real estate brokerage business. I was a caregiver for my mom at the same time. She was living with us the last 2 years of her life. And my husband and I had a life-changing experience. Just like Nicole said, she had a life-changing experience, came in as a customer initially, like we did. And then she was like, just like us, had to shout it from the rooftops and share it with the world. And by doing that, what happened? We were able to match my full-time real estate income with Purium, doing it a few hours on the side of all those real estate hours and caregiving because of the leverage, match that multiple 6-figure income within a year and a half. And now my husband and I have true financial freedom because we actually have the time to enjoy the resources that we have. Where before I had a really great income, my husband was working like a dog in our real estate investment business. We had a great income, but we literally didn't have the time to enjoy it. There was no downtime. As a realtor, and if anyone here is watching that's a realtor, you know you're kind of on demand 24/7. You work for yourself, but your clients are your bosses. You have lots of bosses. So it's just been a total game changer for us, such a blessing. And again, like Melissa said, to be able to pay it forward to others to help them get what benefits them and their family, help them get what's important to them is the most beautiful part of this business. So we talked about some of these ranks, showed you this income disclosure statement. So just to give you an idea of some of the people that you've heard from tonight, Red Diamond, you heard from Tara, she's a Red Diamond. That's the average annual income for Red Diamond right here. The Crown, Nicole is Crown, that's the average annual income for Crown. Again, these are averages. None of us here are average, right, Melissa? So we're just showing you the average, okay? We're not telling you exactly where we're at. And then Melissa and I are over here, 5-star Crown. So this just kind of gives you a picture, but look, even if average annual income, if you got an extra $14,000 a year, what could that do for you? A $14,000 raise. That could be a vacation. It could be a year tuition, maybe at private school for a child. Even if right in that beginning area here, that can be a game changer for a lot of people. And you can go as far as you want with it. There is no cap here. There's no limit. There's no ceiling. So how do you get started? You get your own transformation, your 90-day program. Where can you start a business for about $385 for the first month? Have 30 days of organic, amazing superfoods, gut support, sleep support, protein, all the things you heard about, and have a business. And your overhead literally is your monthly order. That's it. The minimum monthly order requirement is a very low bar. And it's right now it averages, it's based on points, it's 50 BV points. So you can get with the person who invited you, they can show you what that means exactly. But that's it. So get back to the person who invited you. Like Melissa said, they invited you because they care about you and they feel that this could benefit you and your family. They will answer any questions that maybe we didn't cover on this Zoom, and they'll be able to get you started within just a few minutes. Your codes will be activated. You will get coaching, one-on-one coaching, group coaching. There's no shortage of training and infrastructure for you to plug into so that you can be successful, just like the people that you see here. So I want to thank you all for joining us tonight. And thank you to all our speakers for sharing. We appreciate you so much. And we hope to see you, our guests who have joined us, here soon as part of our Purium family. Thanks, everyone. Have a great evening.